So the early game trap house sits directly on world spawn, and just to the south is a little village. So over here inside of the little Plains Village temple that spawned, I have created an early game trading hall, but I am starting to feel that this is no longer ethical given that I have progressed to a point in the game where I can build something a little bit better for these guys. I feel like these guys are the main reason I got through the early game, so I should give them a little better working conditions, I think. So I know that most Minecraft YouTubers just make a trading hall, which would be like typically a small confined space for each villager and their little stations right in front of them. And that typically that's just like the Minecraft canon, but I decided I wanted to do something a little more like free roaming villagers, like the free range eggs you see at the grocery store. I want the villagers to be like that, where they think they're living their own real life and they have their own bed and they can go to their own little thing. Like I want them to be able to make their own decisions. And if they want to stray away from the village and die, I think that's fine. It's up to them. So here is the village, and if we turn on the schematic and it doesn't crash my whole computer, here are all the changes that I'm going to have to make to this gigantic area. Okay, so we have this materials list in Lightmatica that tells us every single thing that we are missing for the whole village. This is going to be a process, but my plan is to just get every single one of these items and go down the list one by one until I have every single column green. Obviously that's going to take a while, so let's go ahead and get started. Trees better go. Alright, you guys, I finally did it. It's taken me a full week, but I finally have gathered every single item that I'm going to need to build a village. I have them all here in shulker boxes, and I'm about to go get started. Okay guys, what we are witnessing here is our very first villager sleeping. And I assume that most of our first villagers will turn out to be clerics just because this is where all the beds are. But, you know, I expected that. So, the only thing to do now is wait and see how many villagers this thing actually spits out. If it's not enough, I'm probably going to make more of these. And I got a huge cave right here, so pretty much unlimited space to make villager breeders. I just need to hook them all up to this little rail cart. And then, yeah, we're straight. We're just trying to see how many villagers we can get, really. I think probably 300 is like the max. I'm probably going to need to make more beds and start like stashing them places. But yeah, I'm thinking around 300 villagers would be pretty lit. So yeah, let's get into it. Let's see how many we can get. I'm going to AFK in here for a little while and see what's up. So if you made it this far in the video, thanks. I hope you like the village. From here on out, I'm just going to be giving you guys a quick walkthrough of all the buildings because I think it would be pretty lame to just show you guys like the outsides and then not let you see what's going on. So I'm going to do that. If you don't want to see that, see you later. If you do want to see that, stick around. So as you guys can tell, the villager breeder is absolutely ripping. I have all of these villagers after probably one full day of AFKing in the real world. Here is the top of our tower. And here's how I like to look at the city. I don't know what it is, but the villagers love coming up here. I always catch dudes up here. So let's take some damage. What up, boy? If you guys are interested in becoming one of these villagers and you would like your name to be on one of them, just comment. You don't have to do anything other than that. I have like 300 villagers and I don't get that many comments. So if you want to be a villager, just comment. Tell me what name and tell me what kind of villager you'd like to be. I got you. Oh, we have a cat. We have not had a cat in here yet. Let's go. Oh my gosh, I need to come back and tame this thing. So I'm going to try to stick with the same order that I built it in. Here's the fountain that I built. I got a reference image that I really liked online and I just kind of went with it and did my best to do the same kind of vibe. I think it turned out pretty good. I still need to change the dirt. It's just dirt at the bottom. This is going to be a path to future builds. I don't have anything over here yet. If we go into free cam mode, you can see I'm just not sure what to do. I know I'm going to have a bridge to that place somewhere, but that's all I've really got worked out. So I designed this in creative mode, and I knew I was going to have to do something a little different with the librarian, specifically just because they have the librarian trade. So I have this little station back here where I am going to have to keep some of them like in one spot, which opposes the free range eggs idea that I initially wanted. But there's really no other way to do it with the librarians because they each like have their own books that they sell. We got Infinitoni, he sells Infinity. My boy Unbreaking Chad, Mendel, he sells Mending. And Silky Timothy, he sells Silk Touch. These are my boys. These are the dudes that I get all my stuff from. I gotta keep them locked up. It's just no other way. I still also have to come in here and put bookshelves in. I have to buy them from, I'm pretty sure Silky Timothy has them. But yeah, so this is what I've got down so far for this. I think it turned out pretty good. I'm really happy with it. I have a lot of open space at the top. I'm gonna use that space. I just don't know what for yet. I might just build another like second floor to the library, or I might come in here and actually do something functional up there, which I think I would rather do. I have a couple of functional aspects of this city that I actually really like, so which actually brings me smoothly into the next part. So after I built that, I built this, which would be my barn. On top of what I already had here, which was a creeper farm. So if you go down here, you can see I still have my creeper farm. I didn't want to destroy it just for the nostalgia and also for the gunpowder because I don't have a mob farm built other than this one yet. So my platform is still up there. I'm going to change that to make it look prettier. I swear I'll probably do that in the next video and just let you guys, like, I'll just start the next video up there or something. I don't know. But I'm going to make that look cooler. I'm thinking hot air balloon. I have a ton of farmers now. I don't know why the farmers, I don't know what it is about the barn that makes the villagers want to come over here. But the ones that do leave the church seem to always go here first. I don't really know why. Clearly, I'm an excellent farm builder because these villagers are very happy. I also want to flex on you guys. While I was out here the other day, there was a thunderstorm, and 4 skeleton horses just spawned literally right outside the door here. So obviously, I had to catch them and keep them in the farm. I don't really know what I'm going to do with them, or if there is anything to do with them. I don't know if you can breed them or whatever, but I don't know. I've got 4 skeleton horses now. I think that's pretty freaking sick. What up, pimp? So this is my leatherworker house. When you come in, you see my guys. I don't know what they're looking at. These are where they work. Leatherworkers, their workstation is a cauldron. So I have a lot of cauldrons right here. We have. Uh-oh, I have created a problem. I'll deal with that later. I keep their beds up here, a couple more cauldrons, and I really like this build because you can walk outside up at the top. I was just experimenting in creative mode. I decided to use a copper ceiling for this one, which I've never really done. I built it on, this building is built on a diagonal instead of on, I guess what's normally the normal plane. I built it on a diagonal this time, so that was difficult for me. I think it looks kind of weird right there, but whatever. It's fine. These guys like it, right? Right. I know in the very first episode I built the most massive concrete farm and concrete converter ever, like in the end. But this is what I was using before that. And so it's just kind of like, this is like honestly the first farm I ever really built in this world. Which also maybe you could consider the iron farm as the first farm I built in this world. Either one. I'm not really sure which one I did first. But it's just like I just didn't want to remove them. I'm going to turn this into something cuter, but for now it's still just a little white box. And I'm going to do the same here. I'm going to leave the iron farm just ripping forever, and I'm just going to turn this into something cuter. Maybe I'll make this into like a little like memorial or something. I don't know. That could be cute. Oh, and this is where I did all of my early game enchanting in this little house. I just broke the walls out and turned it into bookshelves, and then I did everything in here. I got an anvil. I got this. I got this. So I didn't want to delete that either, just because it's cute. I don't know. These 3 things, I'm still kind of confused on what I'm going to do. I know I'm going to save them, but I don't know like what I'm going to do with them. Okay, well, anyway, since I had to sleep in here to turn it to daytime, let's talk about the Fletcher house. So this is one of the two. These 2 buildings right here, I kept the same vanilla style. Like, this is obviously just a giant version of the Plains Village. And this is just a giant version of the Plains, I guess the Plains Fletcher house. This kind of house generates in the Plains Village. It's like a plus shape. But so this is what I did. I'm for some reason I'm missing a fence post right here. I'll get that, I swear. Because it will bother me to the end of time. I built this area for them to, shoot. They got this where they work on it, I guess. I don't know. This is their workstations. This is where they all like become Fletchers. And this is just where my Fletchers are. This is their cool little breakfast area. Let me actually, there we go. Cool, guys. Anyway, see ya. Anyways, this is my toolsmith. Okay, so when I was building this, again, this is another build that I built on a diagonal. And I had like an idea before I started that I wanted to try to build something that was really tight. Like the building itself feels super cramped and cozy. Like I just wanted to try it out because I like that style, but I've never done it. So when you come in here, it's like there's barely any room to move. They just work right here on these little stations. And these are their little chests. I don't even think they can open them, but that's where they work. And then when they come up these stairs right here, I have their little bedding area. So anyways, like I said, this building is just meant to be like very cozy, very tight. I wanted to get a lot of guys in here, which is why I put a lot of beds, but I wanted it to be very small still. So I think that's been accomplished. I think it looks great in here. This is my OG toolsmith, the guy from the very beginning. That boy's name is Terry. What is up, Terry? Hope you're enjoying your new house, bro. This is much better than your little 1x1 that you used to live in. Moving on. We have next, I think, was the armory. People are just dying to get in here. You can tell. They love it. These guys are turning up. Bro, please. This is not what you're supposed to do. I did not see this coming. I have a villager farm right here. So I did this with some pistons. I pushed those dudes in. Like I said, you got dudes trying to get in. We got our bouncers. I guess the armory is actually a club. I really like how this turned out. There's a second floor right here where the guys sleep. They got little kitchens in the corner. And then you can go up to the third floor, which is actually the roof. And I'm telling you, there's always dudes up here. I don't know why they love the roof, but there's always dudes up here. What's up, man? So this is my actually OG toolsmith. So he's actually even the wrong house. He's supposed to be over there. But what's up, Todd? Anyways, this is my armory. I think it looks really good. I put lava over campfires to get this effect, just in case you were wondering. Um, I really like how I did with the texturing in here. I think it looks really good. This is probably one of my favorite builds, honestly. I know it's your favorite build, bro. You're always in here. On to the weaponsmith house. This one, again, I experimented with the copper roof. I really like how it turned out. It was such an issue to get this roof, though. Oh my god, this roof alone took me a day and a half to get. Literally, apart from everything else I built here, this roof was the longest and the hardest to grind, easily. So when we go into the house with the wretched roof, we have our toolsmiths. I love the way this looks. I like how they're all working in the dark area down here at the bottom, and then up in the light area that they live. I have all of their workstations, water and lava, so that they can dip their tools and hit them on the table and stuff. Got my OG weaponsmith, Mr. Hacky. What is up, my dude? This guy's a legend. This guy gave me all the weapons that I used to beat the dragon. He's lit. So yeah, this is the first floor. I don't know. I just thought this was cute. Again, I went with like a nice little fireplace effect. On the second floor, again, we have our kitchen. And on the third floor, we have where everyone sleeps. So yeah, next we're going to fly over here behind the leatherworker's house. And we are going to see this lovely little green and stone house that I built. This is for my butchers, and I was just really trying to work with bringing the green up and keeping it nice and messy, and I think it turned out good. When we go in here, we have our two little, oh, we have three now, let's go. Okay, so anyways, these are our butchers. It's really hard to get the guys to come into this building for some reason. I think it's probably the hill. They don't want to come down the hill and walk in, but I'm going to have to bring some guys over and do some breeding to fill up this house. But I got 3 butchers, which is sick. They sleep up here in these pink beds. And then up here I have more pink beds. Like I said, I keep a lot of beds so that the villagers will want to come into the house. I got their cute little kitchen area up here overlooking the sky. The house is really cute. Out of all the wood builds I've ever done, I really like how this looks. I think it's really cute. I like how it's lighter at the bottom and gets darker at the top. I just like all of it. So when you walk in, guys, you got a ton of barrels. Like I said, I'm trying to get a lot of fishermen down here, and I know this is going to be the hardest one. So because most of the villagers are coming out right here, it's very unlikely that they're going to go all the way down here for a bed. I'm definitely going to have to bring some villagers down here manually and breed them to get them to populate this area. But that's fine, it's cute. This is their cute little kitchen. I just threw in 4 more beds right in here in the kitchen just so I could try to get some more down here. This is their upstairs beds overlooking the little sea where they're going to be because, you know, they're fishermen. I think this is really cute. I wish I could get some villagers in here now, but it's just going to take a little more time. So after that, that brings me to another build that is very hard to get my fellow villagers to enter. Is our stonemason build. I really tried hard to go from dark to light here. I think this building looks really cool when you're far away, but when you get a little closer up, it starts to kind of like look kind of weird. But when you come in, this is where my stonemasons are going to work. I even have a tunnel down here, down into where they're getting the stone. I have it all lit up so no zombies come and get them, and I have it blocked off. So they should be safe. Everything should be good for them. So this is where they work. They get all the ores up, and they get the raw metals. They work on the little stone cutters. Let me go up the stairs. They got a little mine cart right here that they can send up and down. They got more guys doing work up here. And then up here at the very top, they have some beds and a little kitchen. Again, this is one of those builds I'm going to have to go get some villagers and do some manual work down here. But I think it's going to turn out really cute. Let me actually go sleep real quick just because it's going to ruin the video. Alright, we're almost done. We have the shepherd's house next. You guys already know I had to use this thing like crazy. I have all these different colored sheep. So I thought, oh, it will be fine if I make the thing hollow. You know, I'll just make it once and the sheep can live on it. And then I forgot about Enderman and how Enderman would take the hole, and make a giant sheep pit. So this is something I'm going to have to deal with. I haven't dealt with it yet, but I will have to deal with it eventually. As you can see, I've just been plugging all the holes with wool and whatever I have in my inventory. But yeah, most of my sheep are now under the hill instead of on the hill. This is a string duper I was using to get a lot of the cotton. I decided to just keep it in here with the sheep just because this is where I'm also getting a lot of cotton from them. I'll probably delete that later and build an actual string duper, but for now I'm just going to leave it in case I need more string. I do have a couple of villagers that live in here. I have no idea where they are. Here's one. They do live in here, and I'm worried they're also going to fall under with the rest of the sheep, but that's fine. So for this one, I wanted to build like a house with no doors so that the sheep can go in and out, because I just feel like shepherds should always be with their sheep. It has a good little outdoor working station for him and a cute little hill, and I've got it fully boxed in so none of the sheep can get out unless they go underground, which they are currently doing all the time, and it's so annoying. So the final thing brings me to the lighthouse. I'm really happy with how this one turned out. I'm gonna eventually, I have plans to turn this into a map room for myself, so I'm gonna have maps for every part of the builds and all that stuff. I have another portal in here that's connected to the nether roof. I really enjoy it. I'm gonna have to put some beds in, and like I said, I'm gonna turn this into a map room. I think it's gonna be really cool. But yeah, I'm just really happy with how this turned out. Alright guys, that's the end of the tour. I'm going to give you guys a last minute fly around of the city. I'm going to turn the shaders on. I'm going to make it look pretty. And then we're going to call it a day. I'm going to get started on the next one. We're fixing the ReCategorizer.